Hello everyone, can you hear me? Okay, hello, testing. Okay, hi everyone. Oops. Okay, hopefully that is working. Yeah, so thanks for joining, and thanks for anyone that happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. For anyone that's deciding to watch later on, or anyone that's working currently. But yeah, so I decided to add in Sundays as well as another day to stream, just because like there's more games that I want to do, and I feel like I'll need more time for more of them that I want to, you know, to share with people. So, and I feel like in the aftermath of CitrusCon, this is a great time to also be sharing more VL games, and then hopefully it'll be a segue to find out all the other ones that are, like Dramatical Murder and New Carnival are popular enough, but there's other amazing games out there as well, and you know, hopefully there's other gamers that also highly recommend checking out as they share their experiences, and especially the ones that are willing to take a little more risk with, and yeah, so they really cool. Okay, anyways, not sure where I'm rambling off with this. Yeah, this is hopefully doing a daytime stream will also be good, so that it's not super late at night, and so yeah, and I do also plan on I'm gonna try doing Stray again on Sundays, because I feel like perhaps my connection at night when more people are on, that might have been why Stray was not quite working alright. But hopefully it'll be alright. Oh, hello there! Yes, I believe it's only available on PC, but you can get it from JazzBlue, you can get it from Steam, although the one on Steam is censored. So if you want the uncensored version, you have to get the one from JazzBlue or get Steam and then buy the patch from JazzBlue. But I would say when it comes to JazzBlue, wait for it to go on sale, because they do regularly have sales. And I believe if you're in Japan, you can also play Dramatical Murder Recode on the Switch now. So yeah, so most likely you have to buy it for the PC, but if for some reason you're in Japan and you want to play Recode, which is the pure safer work version that was originally for the PS Vita, that one's also available on the Switch. So that's an option. Hopefully they make it available in English so that foreign fans can play it on the Switch as well, which is wild news to hear that we would ever be able to get Dramatical Murder on the Switch. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah. So yeah, thanks for coming. Hello. I hope your Sunday or Monday, depending on what time zone you're in, is going alright. But yeah, so today we're on now part 5 of the comment route. Jesus Christ. And so we're at the part where everyone has, well, at least Alba has teamed up with some people, I believe. Actually, let me just get to the load point. So yeah, for anyone who's new and has not come here before, I have played Dramatical Murder like 3 or so other times already, so I already have all the save files from my previous saves. And I also realized that we also might accidentally get some Ren route choices that wouldn't be available if someone was playing for the first time. But we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, for now, we're still on the common route. And let me see. I think what has happened is that we have finished Mink's introduction, and now we're reconvening to rescue Mizuki and Granny. So that is where we are, I believe. And let me know if the sound and audio is kind of or the volume is okay, like if it's something's too loud or not. And I think I also did decide, from asking a bunch of different places, I did end up. Okay. Yes, the audio. Okay, cool, sweet. Okay. So I think in the past couple times when I've asked various rounds, we decided to go on Clear's route for now, for starters. But currently we're still in the common route. So this is just like the tutorial round equivalent. And we still have to like rescue Mizuki and Tai-san and then kick off the plot. So nowhere near starting Clear's route yet, but a lot of action is about to happen, and I believe last time we had a lot of choices to make. This time I believe there's going to be even more choices to make. So hopefully we're doing it right, and I might start pulling up a walkthrough guide in case I need it. All right. So. Okay. Humdrum's basement has a couch and a table, which we use for informal meetings. We all gather down there. Haga-san seems to realize something's going on, because he heads right back upstairs after showing us down. Kojaku, Clear, Mink, and I sit on the couch.
で、さっきの話の続きだ。タエさんはどうしてんだ？連絡つかねえし、お前もこんなことになってるしよ。タエさんが超える嫌いなのは知ってる。連絡取れない理由がそれなら別に問題ねえんだが。
Okay, so I'm just gonna cover up the next button because no one cares about the next button.
それが
As I trail off, Kojaku flashes a knowing frown.
何があった？
連れてかれた。
誰に？
モルヒネだ。
Kojaku snorts at this.
はあ？おい、ふざけるのも大概にしろ。モルヒネだと？神隠しにでもあったってのか？タエさんはリブじゃねえっつの。
Sorry, Kojaku. It is morphine.
俺も見たんだ。モルヒネのタグ。
マジか。
I tell him about how I arrived home to find Granny gone, and about Mink, and about those morphine dry juice members. I know mentioning that Mink kidnapped me would just add fuel to the fire, so I gloss over the details. Kojaku listens intently. Once I've finished, he lets out a small sigh and leans back into the couch.
どうにも信じらんねえな。そのモルヒネのタグってのも、もしかしたらこいつがお前を騙すために後から入れたんじゃねえのか？
Kojaku glares at Mink.
こいつら犯罪者なんだぜ。
Oh, I just noticed the little Betty. Ah. he's so angry and tiny and small.
信じねえならそれはそれで構わねえ。
ああ？ なんでてめえにんなこと言われなきゃなんねんだよ。どうせろくでもねえこと考えてるんだろうが。
この話を決めるのはお前じゃねえ。あいつだ。
Mink points to me with his pipe.
ばあさん探しを手伝ってやる代わりに、あいつにこっちの条件を飲んでもらう。それがあいつと俺の間で成立した取引だ。
なんだそりゃ。てめえの条件ってなんだよ、おい。
お前に話す義理はねえっつっただろ。ただ、俺はばあさんがどこへ行ったか、だいたい見当がついてる。ばあさんを誘拐した奴らをチームの連中に追わせて、その報告が入ってきてる。それも信じないなら、お前らで好きにしろ。
Kojaku turns to me. His eyes are asking, "What are you gonna do?" I already know the answer. I totally understand Kojaku's suspicions. It's not like I trust Mink either. But Mink is the only one with a clue where Granny might be. I don't have a choice.
公爵、頼む。ばあちゃんを助けたいんだ。他の方法も思いつかない。力を貸してくれ。
青葉。
Gradually, the anger fades from Kojaku's face, though there's still a fire in his eyes.
わかった。お前がそこまで言うならしょうがねえ。気は進まねえが、信じるしかねえな。
ありがとう。
構わねえよ。お前のためならな。
Don't worry, you'll also find Mizuki there. You know, maybe not quite how you want Mizuki to be there, but he's there. He's so cute. Okay, Kojaku shoots Mink another glare. Mink blows out a puff of white smoke, then glances over at the stairs. At first, I think he's just trying to rile Kojaku up by ignoring him, but no. His eyes are sharp like a hawk's. Is something there?
おい。
Mink gestures at the cockatoo with his chin. It flies through the door to the stairs. There's some clattering, then the bird returns with something in its talons. Oh! Izagi Madoki!
なんだこりゃ。
You don't recognize the little block?
ブロックでしょうか。
これ。
It's so cute! The bird is holding a cube. Wait, I've seen this before. This thing before.
ノイズだ。あいつまた。
行儀が悪いな。
またかよ。盗み聞きが趣味なんじゃねえのか、あいつ。
さっきドアのところで音がしたのはこれだったんですね。
知り合いか？
知り合いっつうか、まあ。
情報収集に余念がないタイプか。まあまあ使えそうだな。
And also the reason to get the harm altogether. Mink grabs me by the arm and whispers into my ear.
巻き込め。
え？
店で勧誘の電話するのと同じだ。同じ小金を使え。
巻き込んでどうすんだよ。
Persuade him, haha.
頭が使える奴がいれば有利になる。手札は多い方がいい。
I think it's more that you guys need the designated hacker. Because Alba's pretty good with computers. You're probably crap with computers. Clear, complicated, and he probably wouldn't offer up computer knowledge right away. And Kojaku is not great with computers.
おい、何こそこそやってんだよ。
Mink lets me go. I sit back. I'm pretty sure Mink was talking about my voice. About getting noise on our side? Easier said than done. Side note. Okay, I think I compliant. I might have mentioned in one of the other streams about how some people really hate Mink's route, but I have mentioned multiple times that Mink is the one who is actually getting the plot to happen. Like, he's making the plot happen. And you can sort of seeing it because he's kicking off the rescue mission for Granny. He's kicking off, like, combining everyone for the first time before Hagasan and Taisan group everyone together. He's the one that is sort of kind of, like, half the plot rests on Mink. So you can't hate him. He's not a useless character. But anyways, and yeah, you can see again, he's dragging people into the plot. And he's also the only one who does something about Toei, aside from Sei. But we'll get to that way towards the end. Okay, anyways. But getting noise on our side, easier said than done. Will I really be able to persuade him like I do with customers? I face the cube the cockatoo is holding and take a deep breath. I'm not crazy about the idea. I don't know Noise or Mink very well. But Granny's in danger. I have to give it a shot. Focusing. How does it feel when I speak to customers on the phone? I make my voice soft and low.
ノイズだよな。聞こえてるか？ちょっといろいろあって、今大変なんだ。正直、俺たちだけじゃ厳しいかもしれない。だから、力を貸してくれないか？お前の望み通りにするから。
Alba, that's not what Mink told you to do. He told you to use scrap, not to put an ultimatum thing like this.
Alba.
頼む。力を貸してくれ。
Oh, okay, there we go. I wasn't sure if it worked, but a few minutes later, Noise shows up at Humdrum Junk. This looks like a sad, weird little group. Like, Kojaku, Clear, Mink, and Noise. Getting this ragtag bunch together is nothing short of a miracle, really. Kojaku isn't happy, of course, but he's just going to have to deal with it. And I know these two are a very popular side ship. Same thing with Clear and Noise. I give Noise a brief rundown of the situation to get him up to speed.
ドライジュースってリブで一番でかいチームだろ。
なあ。
結構な人数がいたはずだよな。
だよな。
うちのチームの連中にも探させてるが引っかからねえな。
僕も屋根の上から探してみましたが全然ダメでした。
人目につく場所じゃねえってことだろ。
どういうことだ？
立ち入り禁止の区域も視野に入れる必要がある。
そういうことだ。情報収集マニアなだけあるな。
マニアじゃねえよ。
Mink makes a casual gesture with his pipe.
ばあさんが連れてかれた方向は北の京線だ。
京線？
確かにあの辺には使われてないビルやら倉庫やらが山ほどあるな。
調べろ。
Mink thrusts his pipe at Noise like a general's baton.
お前に命令される覚えはねえけど、
交換条件付きでこいつの話に乗ったんだろうが。面倒なことはとっとと片付けてえだろ、お互い。
I could say one of the cool thing is before playing Dramatical Murder, the majority of style series thing, like the harem members very well. Like they were often antagonistic towards each other. So this was a breath of fresh air because the harem members are all like, you know, working together. But also, yeah, they're actually working together. But also, you know, so this was a nice breath of fresh air. And it's also nice that a lot of other harem games nowadays, the love interests aren't always like, you know, these guys are reluctantly working together right now, but it'll get better. Yay! Sort of. Ah, it's so cute! I kinda wish I got to see Noise's screen a little more. Okay. Noise answers with a sneer, but then opens a screen on his coil and gets to work.
つか、なんでてめえが仕切ってんだよ。
だったらお前が率先してやればいいだろうが。
Exactly! And probably because you have the most experience and the only one that actually has a game plan of sorts.
ああ
Just as I'm afraid Kojaku's about to launch himself at Mink, the cockatoo sitting on Mink's shoulder looks up from his preening.
ここで怒鳴り合ってもエネルギーを無駄に消費するだけだと思うが。
つかてめえが出しゃばんな。
Then he glares at the cockatoo from Kojaku's shoulder, puffing his feathers up.
オールメイトは主人に似るとはよく言ったものだな。
今なんつったてめえ、この野郎。
ピーチクパーチクうるせえな。
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna try to see if we can pause to see what the... Nope, oops. I read. Okay. Cutting in, Noise turns his coil screen around so we can see it. The screen shows a map of the old residential district. There's a blinking red triangle at one end. Okay, so I have a tiny little bit of computer experience myself, and if Noise just pulled up Google Maps, and that's all he did, that would be kind of lame. But I don't think he just pulled up Google Maps. I think he might have, like, this might be some other kind of tracking device, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because another thing is, telling Noise to just look up Keisan would not be sufficient. He would probably need, like, some more research and more information, like, probably, I don't know, the IP address or something like that. Something. You would probably technically need a little bit more information, but I'm guessing the writers for Dramatical Murder had not thought that deeply into that. Because, like, I'm pretty sure the technology that you would use to dox people would have been available at that time, but whether or not the writers would know about that material would be different.
ここがK線だ。この辺りのネットワークにアクセスするとエラーが出る。立ち入り禁止の区域は普通ネットワークが機能してない。けどここだけエラーのデータに不自然なブランクが混じってる。
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing he's doing something like a trace route or a ping or something. So he wouldn't be trying to get... Okay, so if it was someone that was more tech savvy, what he would be trying to do is, like, ping their network. Probably to hack into the security cameras. But what he would be wanting to do is sending network packets. And because the error logs would not be empty, the error logs would be sending the errors. If that makes sense.
つまりこれはフェイクだ。 機能してないように見せかけてる。
当たりか。
I'm pretty sure VPNs were a thing, right? So you could just see that coordinates are goofed.
かもな。この辺りはもともとゴミの処理施設だった場所だ。
数年前に閉鎖されて立ち入り禁止になったってやつだよな。
今も不法投棄が続いてゴミ捨て場になってるってとこだろ。取り締まるやつもいねえしな。
ばあちゃんはここに？
方向としては俺が受けた報告とほぼ一致してる。
It's not definite, but it seems worth checking out.
ただもしここに大さんさらった奴らがいるんだとしてもよ、この辺の道とか全然わかんないぞ。特攻をかけるのは危険じゃねえのか？
あ、それなら僕が知ってます。
お前な、遊びじゃねえんだぞ。
Don't worry, trust him. Trust Clear. Don't worry. I mean, he might not be the most reliable in terms of communication, but trust him. Don't worry. He's fine.
わかってます。本当に知ってるんです。僕、昔よくこの辺りを散歩してたんですよ。え？何ですか皆さん。なんで静かになってしまうのですか？もしかして僕のことを疑ってるんですか？やめてくださいよもう。本当に知ってるんですよ。ちゃんと地図だってかけてしまうんですからね。
Okay, Clear. I don't think you drawing a map when there's a map right in front of everyone is helpful. Indignant at our reaction, Clear shoves his hand into his coat pocket and pulls out a pen and paper.
サラサラサラーっと。
I think people playing the original fan translation said that a lot of what Clear was saying when it comes to sounds like that was he was actually saying like the literal sound effect of the sound effect. So I think I might have to double check, so I might be wrong, but I think what he's actually saying there is like drawing, or scribble, scribble, or something like that. Either that or it's somewhere else where he says something like that. But yeah, it's part of his cuteness that he says the onomatopoeias out loud. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he actually says here. Clear's pen dances across the paper.
はい、できました。
Oh, let's take a look at it. Okay, let me see if I can...
おいおい。
Oh, no, damn it.
本当に合ってるのかこの地図。
Okay, so, alright. Cool. Here, light number 5, 24, Main Street. Main Street. How many main streets are... Okay, I'm guessing he just doesn't know the actual names of the streets and is just calling it Main Street. I wonder what those... Are those pens or hoops? I have no idea. Oh my god, scary dog. That is totally the robot dogs. The Toys Tower, the robot dogs. I'm guessing that's what those dogs are. And yeah. Oh, more sections about this area. I'm pretty sure this warehouse is the area that... What's this warehouse area? The area that Clear and his grandpa was hiding in? I think it was. I think that's where it was, which also means that that's where the repairs were going on in Clear's good ending, as well as, where Tai-san and Haga-san escaped with baby Alba. Unless it was just Tai-san that escaped. Forgot if Haga-san was also with Tai-san when they escaped. But yeah, I think somewhere around here in this warehouse district is where all that happened too. Okay, what did I miss? Okay.
はい、できました。
おいおい。 本当に合ってるのかこの地図。
照合しろ。
Clear could have just been looking at the map. Like, there's no reason to have two maps. Mink snatches Clear's map and tosses it at Noise.
確かに外観図とは一致してる。
Of course, it's also possible. No, this is what Noise is showing them.
じゃあ合ってるってことか。
だから言ったじゃないですか。皆さんひどいです。
まあこれで迷うこともなくなったし、あとは乗り込むだけだな。
Side note, I'm pretty sure when Clear was saying he was quote-unquote taking walks, that was really just him mulling around what to do after Grandpa died.
乗り込むってもな、このメンツだろ。
Kojaku looks at the others with disgust.
よりにもよって変なのばっかり集まりやがって。どうなったんだよ。
あんただって人のこと言えないだろ。
うるせえ。
俺はあんたらに協力する気はない。俺がやりやすいようにやる。そ
No,
の方
come
が
back.
効率がいい。
それじゃバラバラになっちまうだろうが。
場合によっちゃその方がいい。どんなに綿密な計画を立てたとしても全員その通りに動く保証はねえ。
だからそれこそてめえが言えたことかっつうんだよ。
お前とそこのガスマスクに言ってんだよ。
んだと？
僕もですか？ひどいですよ。僕はみんなと仲良くやりたいと思ってるんですよ。
Oh, Clear. Oh, poor baby.
冗談は顔だけにしよう。
Nope. I never really thought this was going to work, but this really isn't going to work. They're not even trying to work together.
おいガスマスク、話がややこしくなるからお前は黙ってろ。
Okay, but like, Clear is the one that's playing tour guide. You guys kind of have to.
そりゃあんたも同じだろ。
そんなひどいですよ。ややこしくなんかならないですよ。
Side note, for anyone that is also coming here from one of my new Carnival streams, fun fact, Yakumo also shares the same voice actor as Clear. So, yeah, they're both Manakasawa. So, Clear doesn't wibble as much as Yakumo does, but it's very cute knowing that they're the same voice actor.
お前の存在自体がややこしい。
ひどいですよ。いじめですよ。
ガキみてえなこと言ってんな。俺からしちゃガスマスクよりお前らの方が信用できねえ。
言ってろ。
そもそも信用するしないって話自体がバカバカしい。
てめえらな。
喧嘩はやめてくださいよ。
Okay, I was wondering how long that was gonna go. Okay, here I am, racking my brain over what to do, and they're bickering like children. Oh, Clear was so cute. This isn't the time for this shit. Granny might be in serious danger. We've already figured out where we need to go. We should be on our way already. But these guys... Alba, use your power of Uke.
お前らいい加減にしろ。
I immediately regret my outburst. It's not like they're going to listen to me anyway.
あれ？
Suddenly, the bickering stopped.
え、 なんで？
青葉の言う通りだ。そろそろいい加減にしねえとな。
And with the power of Uke.
こうしてる時間がそもそも無駄だし。
とっとと行くぞ。
そうですね。そうしましょう。
The atmosphere in the room has done a complete 180. As one, the four men rise from the couch. Ah, you got your harem together. Suddenly, they're all on the same page. Well, whatever.
よし、行こ
I collect myself and join them. Granny, I'm gonna save you. And Mizuki and the rest of Dry Juice too. We leave the shop and head for the north quarter. Keisan is a ghost town, fallen into ruin. Ooh, let me see if I... Oh, yep, and it is clearly a junkyard with what appears to be, like, late 90s, early 2000s type junk. Ever since it was designated off-limits, it's become a dumping ground for all sorts of garbage. Oh, and there's a lot of gas canisters too, I think. And several refrigerators. Piles of refuse from old furniture to rusted trucks adorn the carcasses of warehouses and factories. Of course, there's no one around. This place is eerie. We proceed quickly, Clear leading the way, keeping a watchful eye on our surroundings. As I look up at a massive pile of trash, I remember something.
ここ、あのゲームに似てる。
ゲーム？
間違って一回ダウンロードしてから配信されるようになったゲームなんだけど、配信されてくるのがなぜかゲームじゃなくてデモムービーなんだよな。こないだ来たやつがおばあさんのキャラがコウモリに連れ去られるって内容でさ、連れて行かれた先がゴミ山だったんだよ。
確かにここはゴミ山ですね。
たまたまだろ。
俺もそう思うんだけど、なんか不思議だなって思って。
Nah, not a coincidence, unfortunately.
この先にゴミ処理の工場があるだろ
う。Noise shows us the map on his coil.
ありますね。
その工場がここら辺じゃ一番でかい建物だ。
I'm trying to see what else is on his screen. Okay, that says now playing. That says search. And then something that's super teeny tiny that I really can't see. The UI for whatever this map is, or GPS or whatnot, can't figure out what kind of program it might be.
そこが怪しいってことか。
このまま
The way it
まっ
rolls
すぐです。
around. Clear jogs ahead of us. He used to take walks here? Talk about weird. And that is the first sign that something's up with Clear. That he might not be just a cute little clueless thing. Well, okay, aside from the sign of him beating up the other guys earlier. But yeah, okay. As we pick our way between the mountains to trash, a massive building comes into view. That must be it. Any other details we can see? Oh no, just smog and trash.
待ってください。
Clear holds out an arm.
どうした？
聞こえます。います。あの中に。
聞こえるって。何も聞こえねえが。
I strain my ears to listen, but all I hear is the sound of the wind rustling through the trash. The clear seems deadly serious.
聞こえます。あの中です。
行こう。
We approach the building cautiously. Reaching the wall, I put my ear against the concrete. Clear was right. Though faint, I can hear people inside. Okay, I have a feeling we're gonna start getting some choices now once we enter the building. So if anyone wants to, pop in and start paying attention to choices, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some choices now pretty soon, or at least in the next couple segments. This is it. I touch the bag under my arm. Ren is sleeping inside. Oh, yeah, sure enough, I spoke. Okay. Alright, so I open the bag, I leave it alone. Should we bring Ren out to help us, I guess? And actually, you know what? I might pull up a walkthrough. Can I pull up a... You know what? Okay. So, right. Okay, so actually, fun fact. Yeah. Pulling up a walk. And this is one of those choices that are available once you get Ren's route. So, if you have not played all of the routes, this choice will not be available. So... Take to other parts of social media and see what we go with. Because I think if we open the bag, we will wind up going automatically to Ren's route. But I think I do want to show other people's routes first on this channel. Ren's route is the crazy route. There's crazy. I mean, crazy stuff happens in most of them. But Ren's route is like the crazy route. That is the one that everyone is like, oh my god, did you know this about Dramatical Murder? It has this crazy thing happening in it. And chances are it's from the Ren's route. So, yeah, okay, I will ask other social media first, and then, and if I don't get replies there, I think okay, yeah. Ooh. Okay, yeah, you know what? I think for now, we'll just show you guys the other routes before showing Ren's routes. because just so that we have like some little bits of the plot first. So, which side note, by the way, you can technically play all the routes in any order before Ren's, if you want, but the typical recommended like plot route is playing Kujaku's first, Noise, and then I think either Mink or Clear, I think they're interchangeable which one you can get first. But there's parts of one that applies into parts of the other, and then after that, then you can unlock Ren's route. Ren slash Alba slash say route. It's a complicated one. That's one why people are like, is it technically self-cest or bestiality or something or incest or whatever? Yeah, that's the one that people get tripped up on. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot to put up this sign. Okay, because I completely forgot to mention. Yeah, so obviously not safe for work game, and also because I have already played this like 3 other times, I have spoilers and already know what's gonna happen at the ending and stuff like that. And this game is also like old enough that I feel like spoilers are fine. Alright. Okay, alright, so what's a route that will not go? Okay. Alright, so we will go with this one to not go with Ren yet. Okay, I stroke the top of my bag to reassure myself of Ren's presence. We're in a restricted area, so we deactivated our allmates to avoid detection from the signals they give off. Couldn't Noise just use a jammer or something? We soon find a metal door slightly ajar. Kujaku peers through the crack, hugging the wall.
誰かいるな。
一気に行くぞ。
一応うちのチームのやつらも近くに待機させてる。向こうがどんだけいるかわかんねえからな。
On our way over, we decided that Kujaku, Mink, Clear, and I will be going inside. Meanwhile, Noise will monitor the local network and erase any logs of our intrusion. Noise steps back, then goes to work on his coil.
こっちは特に問題ない。
Oh, okay, hang on. A lot of choices now. Okay. Chat, if anyone wants to help me pick up which one. I'm pretty sure this one is not one of the Ren choices. So if anyone wants to chip in on opinions. Yeah, because at this point, getting all these choices are leading to points to which common route we go to, but we do still have to meet back up at everyone's at Albang Granny's house. So oh, you know what? Okay, I do realize that some of these choices also might not be available yet for a first-time player because technically I have unlocked everyone, so I can be able to get to everyone. So yeah, this might not be... Yeah, this choice won't always be here depending on whose route you're on. And I think a couple others won't be as well, but right now, because I have unlocked everything, every choice will be available. And then worst case scenario, if I goop up, I could just go to one of my save points and just go directly onto clear strat. Because I'm pretty sure I did save that save point. I will... Okay, you know what? I will go with this for now. I glance at Noise. He seems really focused. I decide to leave him alone.
ワクワクしますね。
遊びじゃないっつうの。
Don't you love when video game characters do this? Or say that?
行くぞ。
At Mink's signal, Kojaku throws the door open. Real subtle. Oh. Oh. Several men, all in black, are standing in the middle of the room. That's not creepy at all. That's totally not creepy. Morphine? Oh Jesus. Yeah, not I think I did legit get jump scared the first time I saw this. Yeah. Let me show let me see whether or not this. Yeah, this looks hella creepy. Like, is this not the stuff of nightmares? Okay, cool. Now we're right to the ocean, which is also not very safe either. Okay, they all turn toward us. And charge! Oh no. Oh, those footsteps sounded very digital.
急に来た。
そう来なくっちな。ほら来い。
Yeah, now everyone's fighting Sprite.
わあ
Oh, I love you, Clear. Kojaku and Mink charge to meet the men in black. Clear and I follow a few steps behind.
コージェクさん
Several Beni Shigure members enter behind us and leap into the fray.
おら
Kojaku's swords never stop swinging. As he signals his men with a glance, he keeps knocking down enemies left and right. Just know these are Riptide. These are, I'm pretty sure these are also Dry Juice members that you guys are going against. Mink, meanwhile, is silent and methodical, felling 2 or 3 men with each blow from his massive fists. One comes after me too. I try to dodge his strike, but his elbow catches my chin.
出てうわこの
I'm trying to remember how the anime adapted this part of it. He immediately launches another punch. I block it with my arm, but the punches keep coming.
つかしつこいっつの
And now he notices. Then I see his face. A chill runs up my spine. More nightmare material. Yippee! There's something wrong with his eyes. Yes, most human eyes don't glow. They're blank, like a doll's eyes. And I'm sure I've seen him before, too. This guy's a member of Dry Juice! Oh no! He gets me on the shoulder while I'm distracted. The pain numbs my arm to the fingertips. Hey. Okay, that was nice. Acting on reflex, I throw a sharp... Oh, wait. Acting on reflex, I throw a snap roundhouse kick. The blow nails him in the stomach. He folds over and crumples to the ground. Uh-oh. These guys attacking us. Are they all dry juice? Yep, they are. Another fist flies at me from the side. I jump back, hoping to gain some breathing room. Oh yeah, what happened to Clear? Alright, now for one of the funniest moments in Dramatical murder history. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Alright, so... Alright. So, which one? Okay, let me post again on my stories, and then, if not, I will... I shall dance with my emojis. Oh yeah, for anyone that's just listening to the stream and not watching, currently the choices on screen now is I look for Clear, I call his name. I do not remember which one goes to which, but yeah, if I don't get a response in stories / other social media, then I will go look at the walkthrough. Okay, so we'll go with this one, and then prepare for the funnies.
Clear! 大丈夫か?
はい、クリアです。大丈夫です、マスター。
I turn to see Clear facing off with a group of black-clothed men. Ooh.
Oh
my god, it's a squeeze.
やめてください。
Aww. Clear's punch lays a man out flat. Okay, everyone, let's appreciate this comic. I'm pretty sure it's a style of something. I know I saw an analysis post at some point in its time analyzing like which comic style this was emulating. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, it's very cute. It's very funny. I love it so much. So yeah, it's great. And that guy's face, I know it's probably a Dry Juice member that Alba is friends with, but you know, kind of funny. And don't worry, Mizuki isn't in one of these NPCs. We'll see him later on. So, yeah. Also, fun fact about his coil / his watch. That is the easiest watch to use for my Claire cosplay. So, thanks for having a simple watch. I don't have to find a watch that's more complicated than that. Alright, Clear's punch lays a man out flat. Oh yeah, and I do remember this in the anime was also super funny too, because the anime basically adopted this in this way. Not all... Another quick tangent about the anime. A lot of people dunk on it. I think the English dub is what's bad. And it does suffer from the video game adaptation thing where everything is like cut out and condensed and stuff like that, but it's like it's not the worst thing in the world. There's been worse adaptations. Percy Jackson. I think Dramatical Murder was better than the first Percy Jackson movies. So at least it's better than that. Which is not a high bar to go up against. But there's been worse ones out there. So this one's just like, you know what? It's on par or slightly below the Twisted Wonderland adaptation in terms of like pacing and things being cut and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's an alright adaptation. It's not the worst in the world. But there's significantly better ones. Well, whatever works. Meanwhile, my unease is growing. None of the guys we're fighting has spoken a word. The guy I kicked didn't even groan. They just keep coming, like zombies or something, and their eyes are blank and empty. And that is the perfect kind of people that Toei wants, so that no one will stop him from doing whatever crazy plans that he wants to do. And he could also use them as the minions for doing the crazy plans, because no one's gonna stop him. And that is exactly the type of people that dictators want. You know? Brainwashed people that are not thinking for themselves. And yeah, it's frustrating seeing this happen in real time. I look around to see if the others have noticed the same thing. That's when I see Kojoku duking it out with several of them at once. Oh, okay. So, chat, for anyone that's only listening, so currently on the screen, right now it says, I draw some of them away, and I go to help. I think I go to help will take us to Kojoku. I'm not sure. And if, I will also check on stories, other social media, and then if not, then I will look at the walkthrough again. Yeah. Yeah, I knew once we got in the building there would be a lot of choices, especially since I've already unlocked all of them. Alright. Well, I'm feeling for answers. I'm just gonna bang onto all these doors for no reason, really. I think they're elevators. Are they elevators? Yeah, they're probably elevators. And probably like storage elevators since this is a warehouse. Hi, everyone. Oops. I am now gonna fight these dry juice members. Whoopee. And I am, I don't know how I'm doing it, but pretend I am. Here, riveting action. Super exciting riveting action. Don't worry, I think For anyone that didn't watch the earlier streams, I think part 1 or part 2 had more like on-screen action. And I believe that other fight sequences will have better on-screen action. Currently, right now, this is just we're about to rescue Mizuki, and Tai-san, so that's probably where the majority of the action will be, if I recall correctly. Okay. So, like, don't worry, for a visual novel, there's still quite a bit of action. Let's go with I go to help.
Kurage!
I run up and take position behind Kojaku. As the men swarm us, we fight them off, I with my kicks and Kojaku with his sword, though he only uses the dull side of the blade. I'm just gonna...
Kurage!
Kojaku. Alright. I'm gonna try to pronounce it correctly.
Kurage!
So he only uses the dull side of his blade.
あば、こいつらドライジュースの連中だよな。
Ah, he realizes it too. So I was right. Kojaku noticed it too.
なあ。
なんだってこいつらが俺たちを。
マスター、ここじゃない場所、もっと奥の方からたくさんの音がします。集まっています。
こっちはおとりか。
Yep, they were. Mink immediately takes off deeper into the facility.
おい、勝手に。
Before Kojaku could run off after Mink, the men we've already taken down rise up like the living dead. As he mows them down with the back of his sword, Kojaku shouts over his shoulder.
拉致が開かねえ。ここは俺たちがどうにかするから先に行け。
わかった。ありがとな。
There's no time to hesitate. I run after Mink and clear. I see a passage up ahead. Are they down there? Oh, that's a tiny passage. Is that the passage? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. More nightmare fuel. Yay! Is this not like the stuff of nightmares? If it was different music, this would be terrifying. Dramatical Murder is a bright and cheerful game. This is terrifying. I'm gonna poke your nose. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, hang on. I just realized a slight continuity error. He's supposed to be a Dry Juice member, right? Look at his neck. There's no tattoo here. He doesn't even have the teardrop one. Like, he doesn't have the Dry Juice tattoo here. Most of them, I believe, are on their throat. And he doesn't have morphine tag either. So, possible NPC continuity error. And I just noticed this for the first time. Alright, now he's less scary. Barreling down the hallway, we find our path blocked by 3 black-clothed men.
しょうがねえな。
Oh, those doors are lopsided. Like the door, tags.
Yeah!
Okay, that sounded kind of like Yakumo.
おい、 先行け。
Mink greets the men running towards us with his fists. Oh, there's already graffiti in here. Anyone will see... Okay, it's too small for me to be able to see what it says. But I will say, that door is... Something happened to that door, man. It's super goofed.
早くしろ、ガスマスク。お前はこっちだ。
なんでですか？僕もマスターと一緒に行きたいです。
Mink grabs Clear by the back of the collar and pulls him to the side, his eyes bore into mine, demanding a response. Oh, Alright, yeah, there's a lot of choices going on now. I think we're just rounding. Okay, so for anyone that's just listening, on screen it says, I hesitate and I do as Mink says. Or I do as Mink says. I do not remember which one goes. Right. So I will post on other sites asking for this. And if chat also wants to let me know. I will spin around and barge into the doors. Wee. 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 Okay. Boing, boing, boing. I think I will just entertain while waiting for... entertain the screen? I don't know. We... Okay. You know what, for now I will go with I hesitate.
先にこいつらぶっ倒してからの方が。
Mink scowls.
ごちゃごちゃ言ってる場合か。
Another black-clothed man rushes us.
ひえー、やめてください。
Oh, he sounds so cute.
いいからとっとと行け。
Oh my god, were those two little popping noises?
わかった。
I slip past them and run full speed for the door at the end of the hall. Are we about to... Bursting through, I find myself outside. Yo, that looks real. Real. Before me stretches a wide, empty lot. A black van and car are parked there. Several black-clothed men stand nearby. 3 people climb out of the car. A big figure sandwiched between two... Wait. 3 people climb out of the back of the car. A small figure sandwiched between 2 larger ones. Uh-oh. When I see the person in the middle, I shout.
Ba-chan!
Uh-oh. 2 men are holding her up by the arms, dragging her toward the van's open door. The remaining men see me and charge.
待て。
One of the black-clothed men stops them. I can't see his face behind his hood. Wait, was that Trip's voice? Or Virus's voice? I think that might have been. That sounded like either Trip's or Virus's voice.
Mate.
Huh. Because, like, I don't think we see them here.
Mate.
Yeah, that might be Trip's voice. I think. Okay, yeah. One of the black-clothed men stops them. I can't see his face behind his hood. The man who spoke steps away from the group and walks up to me. Okay, never mind, it's music. Slowly, with both hands, he pulls his hood back. Never mind. When I see his face, my heart stops. No. No. Poor
ま
guy.
さかここまで鍵つけてくるとはな。さすが青葉ってとこか。
No. Oh, okay, am I blocking? Yes, I'm blocking. Okay. Hopefully... it's less blocking. There we go.
水木、お前なんでばあちゃんは。
Mizuki watches me as I struggle to speak, an eerie smile on his lips.
お前を探すように言っといた奴らを待ってたんだけど、代わりにお前がここに来たってことは、あいつら捕まっちまったのかな。
No. The Mizuki I know would never look at me like that, with the sneer of utter contempt.
お前どうしたんだよ。何があったんだ。ドライジュースがいきなりみんな消えて、俺もコウジャクもすげえ心配して。
ああ、それか。なあ、聞けよ青葉。すげえんだぜ。俺たちドライジュースはな、あのモルヒネの一員として生まれ変わったんだ。
Oh.
モルヒネ。
そうだ。伝説のチームに認められたんだぜ。他のリブなんて目じゃねえよ。モルヒネは神みたいな存在だからな。
That's not a good sign.
それ本気で言ってるのか。
当たり前だろ。冗談に聞こえるのか。これでドライジュースは絶対的な存在になったんだ。モルヒネ以外どこのチームも俺たちを超えることはできないってことだ。
Oh dang. That was real creepy. Mizuki, honey, you realize that when you get wiped up, when you get bought by a monopoly, you aren't your own thing anymore, right? Especially not this kind of monopoly. I mean, you're not really a monopoly, but like when you get swallowed up by another gang, you're no longer the biggest gang. Mizuki cackles, his mouth open wide. I can't believe it. Is this the guy I've known for years? But the men around him don't even blink. Oh dear. They all have those blank, dull-like eyes. Almost like someone's controlling them. I wonder who that could be.
水木、目覚ませよ。お前言ってることおかしいぞ。
はあ？何言ってるんだよ。おかしいのはお前の方だろ、青葉。お前、俺がいくら勧誘しても絶対にチームに入らなかったよな。 俺は結構本気でお前に声かけてたんだけど、リブなんざくだらねえって感じだったか？
そんなわけねえだろ。
だったらなんでチームに入らなかった？俺が真剣にやってるの知ってたんだろうが。青葉、今からでも遅くないぜ。しかも今の方がチームとしては格上になってる。俺たちの仲間になれよ。新生ドライジュースの一員に。
絶対嫌だ。
I know how passionate Mizuki is about Rib. That's why I give such a forceful reply. This isn't Mizuki. He frowns for a moment when he hears my response, but that weird smile quickly returns. That don't look right. That don't look right.
あ、そう。そうか。まあいい。それならいい考えがあるんだ。アーバー、お前ってばあさんすげえ大切にしてたよな。
Uh-oh. Yeah, normal Mizuki would not do this. Uh-oh. Mizuki grabs Granny by the arm and pulls her toward him, then presses something against her neck. Yeah, oh. A knife. A knife. Sweat, cold and clammy, rolls down. Wait, sweat, cold and clammy, rolls down my back. Uh-oh. This ain't good.
Mizuki, やめろ。
お前がチームに入るならやめてやるよ。
Oh, okay, this is, I think I did notice that their eyes were kind of funny. I think this is the first time that I can see, like, that I paid attention to, like, the red, that I paid attention to the red ring around the eyes, or the irises, I guess? Pupils? Irises? That don't look right. At all. Poor Granny. Granny squeezes her eyes shut, like she's preparing herself for what might happen. This only makes me more desperate.
ばあちゃんを離せ。
わかんねえやつだな。だから言ってるだろ。俺たちの仲間になれよ。
嫌だっつってんだろ。
あ？
Anger flickers once more across his face.
ただの脅しだと思ってんのか。どうせ口だけだろうって。いいさ。だったらやってやるよ。
Maybe don't, Mizuki. Maybe don't.
おい。
ここで俺たちの仲間にならなかったこと、俺に舐めた態度を取ったこと、後悔すんなよ。
I mean, I know it'll be alright, but still.
おい、Mizuki、やめろ!
Mizuki presses the tip of his knife to Granny's throat. Oh gosh, that's an unpleasant sound. No. Stop. Oh wait. Okay. I think we're about to go scrap Mizuki now. Granny. Granny. I charged without a second thought. Reaching Mizuki, I grab his arm and look into his eyes. And then... the world twists around me. I felt this before. That's right, in Rhyme, when Noise forced me into that match. No, this wasn't the first time. I felt this even before that. Ah. A long, long time ago. technically less than a decade ago when you had that accident. I think. Oop, okay, and it's red instead of blue. Oh my. Oh no. Okay, and flashback time. Alright. What? I think I mentioned in a previous stream, yeah, maybe don't have alcohol and tattoo, at least together presently, because you might get bad ideas and get a tattoo that you regret. Or, you know, for anyone that's considering getting tattoos. This is Mizuki's shop. But something's different. It's packed so full of customers that they can barely move. That's not great. And they're all missing their faces. Oh, this is really not great. They only have bright red mouths, open wide in glee, tongues wiggling like worms. Oh, that's unpleasant. Even stranger, I can hear every word of their conversations.
リブとかダサいし。やっぱライムの方が断然いいっしょ。みんなやってるしね。そうそう。リブはそろそろ飽きてきたよな。これからはやっぱライムでしょ。リブなんてやめちまおうぜ。
Oh, this is... The voices pierce my mind like arrows. The noise is unbearable.
何なんだよ、これは。
There's no way this is real. No, it's not. Is it a dream then? I mean, like, no, it's not in the sense of, like, this is not what's actually happening right now. You're just inside Mizuki's mind. Is it a dream, then? Am I dreaming? Now I'm certain that I felt this before. When noise pulled me into rhyme. And before that. Ah, you're piecing the puzzles together. Your brain cells. A long time ago. But the voices drown out my thoughts before they can take form. Shut up! Shut up! My head is pounding. The voices. Fuck. I'm going insane. I feel a warm sensation in my ears. When I reach up to touch them, something sticky drips out. Ew. It's slimy, black, almost like tar. Letters are floating in the liquid. What the? The words. They died inside my wait, what? The words. They died inside my skull and became this black filth. Huh. I really hope this is just a dream. But it feels so real. I mean, technically no. Technically, sort of, kind of, not really. Either way, I need to find a way out. I look around, but just then, I suddenly realize that I'm being watched. When I turn around, I see a familiar face pass by. A face. Amid the rows of featureless heads, this one has a face. I run after him. Push my way through the faceless babbling crowd, making my way to the back of the shop. The tattoo studio is through this door. I open it and dash inside. But when I step through, I find myself at Dry Juice's base. And there's no blood. Why? I should still be inside the shop. So currently what this is giving a tour of how like scrap works, sort of, kind of, without Alba remembering to. So for context, the reason why he's talking about a previous time, why, this long ago memory, is because when Desire was prominent in Alba's rebellious phase and was using scrap left and right and playing crime and, attacking all sorts of people and being kind of wild and crazy, There was one time where he scrapped someone real bad, like really bad, and then wound up in the hospital. And then I guess he also scrapped the nurse too, I guess. And then Virus and Trip wiped his memory of the whole situation, and that's why he doesn't remember Rhyme. So, as I mentioned on the side, I'll be having spoilers here. So that's the incident that he's talking about beforehand that he doesn't remember because the Virus and Trip wiped his memories. And also, obviously, in the scrap world, like not everything's like real-ish because it's their mind palace. I think what is really actually going on, like in the real world, people have speculated what was going on, is that they're still in the position where Alba's like, holding onto the guy, or they're on the ground, collapsed, having a coma, or something like that. There's been speculations about what it actually looks like outside. The man who was watching me earlier is standing at the end of the alley, beneath the dry juice tag. His head is hung low. I approach him slowly. I don't know what's going on, but somehow I know who he is.
Mizuki.
Mizuki slowly lifts his head. He looks ready to cry.
Aoba. 助けてくれよ。Aoba.
Oh. Oh. Suddenly the scene shifts. Now the tag is covered in blood. Covered in black. Wait. Suddenly the scene shifts. Now the tag is covered in black and the alley is splattered with blood.
何があったんだよ、お前。
俺、どうすればいいのかわからないんだ。
何がだ。
ドライジュースのことだ。俺はリブやってるのがすげえ楽しくて、本当にリブが好きで。だからドライジュースのこともすげえ真剣に考えてきたんだ。
For someone like Mizuki, I think Rib isn't just about the fun. I think in another segment, he has basically used Rib as a replacement for family / it has become found family. So really, yes, there's a fun of the fighting, I guess, the fighting tournaments, but like they're also like in this doggy dog-ish world, where like connections with people are kind of scrambled, and like your gang is your main friend group. They're kind of like the replacement family goldfish. No, they're like the inserts for your found family in this case. And when they start to lose interest and they are going away to go find something else, then you can kind of see why Mizuki's like this, because he's like, wait, hold on, these people that I'm very attached to, they're going away. No, don't leave. You know what I mean?
どうすればチームのみんなが楽しめるか、嫌な思いをしないで済むか、そう考えながらずっとやってきた。
So it's not necessarily just about the fun, it's also about the connections that are made.
家族みたいになれたらいいって、そう思って。
Yep, exactly. There we go. They're like, the Rib gangs are sort of like found family in this situation, and Rhyme is not really. So there's this dichotomy that's going on, so to speak, if that makes sense. Yeah.
わかってる。だからドライジュースはリブで一番でかいチームになったんだ。
でも、もうそれじゃダメなんだよ。
Voice acting, it's so good. Mizuki looks down, balling his hands into fists.
ライムが流行ってからは全然ダメだ。みんな新しいことに夢中になってリブに飽きて、そうしたら簡単に捨てちまうんだ。
Oh, whoops. Oh no. Oh, shoot. Okay, oops. I Oops, that was not supposed to happen. Can I... Okay, let me see if I saved it. Like that specific part of it. I don't think I did. Okay, is it... Okay, nope. Oops, sorry. Alright. Okay, I skip. I accidentally skipped somehow. Okay, here we go.
所詮はリブもライブもゲームだ。みんなより新しくて面白いものを求める。でも俺は本当にリブがドライジュースが仲間たちが大事だったから離れてほしくなかった。たかがゲームにマジになってる方がバカなんだろうけど、そう簡単には割り切れなかった。
Okay, there's some stuff to unpack around here, but I'm sure people that are much smarter than me have analyzed Mizuki and his motivations and his insecurities and stuff like that already.
うちの連中もどんどんライムへ流れてって新しく入ってくるやつも減って俺が作り上げたと思ってた絆がバラバラになっていって。
I grit my teeth. It's hard to see Mizuki like this. I always knew dry juice meant a lot to him, but I never really knew just how deeply he cared. Has he always been hurting like this inside? Why did I never notice? Self-loathing rises inside me. If only I'd talked to him.
毎日悩んででもどうすればいいかわからなくて、そしたらモルヒネのメンバーだって名乗るやつが現れたんだ。
モルヒネ？
ドライジュースはリブで一番有力なチームだからモルヒネに入らないかって。
I wonder if this guy is one of the alphas? Because I don't think Mizuki would trust Virus and Trip to join Morphine. But if it was one of the alphas who have hypnosis powers, then maybe. Because obviously he also knows what Toei looks like. So if Toei just waltzed in there, he wouldn't. And he also knows what Usui looks like, so if Usui just waltzed in there. My only other thought is Sei, because at some point Sei winds up in Old Residential District. Like, no, he never does. Never mind. Wrong. Ignore that. But yeah, so I wonder if it's just a random employee. Okay, you know what? I wonder if it's the panda mascot guys. That would be funny if it was. But yeah, it's probably one of the alphas, since we do know they roam around, and they have hypnosis powers.
ドライジュースはリブで一番有力なチームだからモルヒネに入らないかって。最初はうさんくせえし何言ってんだと思ってたけど、実際にモルヒネのチームの連中とも会ってそれで俺これで大丈夫だと思ったんだ。あのモルヒネの一員になれると知ったらみんながライムに流れることもなくなるだろうって。ドライジュースに誇りを持つようになるだろうって思って。
じゃあ本当にモルヒネに。
Real quick, grabbing some water.
ああ、でもやっぱり間違ってた。モルヒネは俺が考えてたようなチームじゃなかった。モルヒネはあいつらは
水木さん。
I wonder. Wait, does this? Oh no, this just gets back.
そんな嘘だろ。ドライジュースはモルヒネの一員になるってそういう話だったはずだろ。なのになんで。ふざけんな、畜生。
Okay, so here he's now Mizuki's having his mental breakdown. This is good. Suddenly, Mizuki screams. He falls to his knees, hunched over, clutching his chest in pain.
Mizuki?
Mizuki. His head snaps back with dangerous speed. Ugh. His eyes dart frantically about. More screams pour from his throat. Sweat rolls off him in waves.
Oi, Mizuki!
That sounds unpleasant.
Mizuki!
I run up and grab him by the shoulders. Oh yeah, oof, oh, that's, oh no, oh no, that don't look good. Oh, Mizuki. What the? Yeah, oh gosh, that looks rough, buddy. What was that? Okay. That looks real uncomfy. That looks real uncomfy. My head is pounding. What did I just see? Oh, that's a brain logo. Images. Memories. Is that me? Oh, that's... Oh, that's unpleasant. Oh, that don't... Oh, that's gross. Okay. Are we going next? Oh, yep, there we go.
Mizuki!
And now you have shoved him into a coma because you didn't say the right words. I come to you with a shout. Where am I? No, wait. This is where that black van and car were parked. Where's Mizuki?
やっと起きたか。
That voice. Granny! Why is Granny here? When I try to sit up, I realize I'm lying in her lap.
ばあちゃん、なんでどうやって。
何混乱してるんだ。お前がここまで来たんだろうが。
Okay. Granny, why? How? Side note, I promise that Mizuki breakdown segment would have been scarier if I had not accidentally goofed up with it. So, sorry about that. That's right. Mizuki's people were kidnapping Granny, and I was trying to stop them.
ミスキは
そこにいるよ。
I followed Granny's finger to see Mizuki face down on the ground. Koshoku, Noise, Mink, and Clear are standing nearby.
大丈夫か青葉。
マスター
Okay, and I like that Noise and Mink don't say anything because they would not. Oh, good, everyone's here. Relief washes over me. Suddenly, my body feels like lead.
ばあちゃん
なんだい。
頭痛い。
後で薬を飲みな。もう帰るよ。
Okay, but what about the rest of the Dry Juice members? And music. Well, okay, I believe they take Mizuki with them. Oh, we'll see in a bit if they do. Home. There's nothing special about the words, but for some reason they make me incredibly happy. Home. We're going home. I feel the energy slowly drain from my body. Okay, so I guess... Before I know it, I'm unconscious. Alright, so I guess they'll catch up Alba with what happens to Mizuki later on. Alright, wake up. When I open my eyes, all I see is the ceiling. My room. I blink a few times and slowly, reality sets in. Oof. My head is pounding. I need my medicine. Okay, so I'm guessing the rest of them took care of Mizuki. Propping myself up on my arms, I see Ren curled up on the edge of the bed. The sight is powerfully familiar. Everything is exactly where it's always been. I'm home. I reach out and stroke Ren's head before starting him up.
青葉。
おはよう、レン。
おはよう。具合はどうだ。
頭痛い。
そうか。薬を飲まなくてはな。
ああ、下行こう。
Okay, so I think right now... Okay, you know what? I think right now is a good place to take a pause because I believe what happens next is that then Hagasan and Taisan catches up everyone else with what's going on. And then we'll kick into the breaking into Platinum Jail plot. So I think I'll take a break and then I'll come back and we're gonna at least try to get through Hagasan and Taisan's like exposition dump explanation thingy so that we can like, you know, finally get moving on. So yeah. Alright, so I will be right back in after I grab some yeah. Alright, bathroom break. Okay, hopefully audio's back. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, so let us continue, and hopefully we can get to finishing the exposition and before we start breaking into Platinum Jail. So, or at least as far as much of it as I can. So, all right. I get out of bed and pick Ren up, then go out into the hallway. Ow. I feel awful, like every step I take is echoing inside my skull. But when I catch a whiff of the smell wafting up the stairs, I forget the pain for a moment. It's the smell of Granny's cooking. Granny, I'm so glad you're safe. I head downstairs, grateful that I can still feel hunger. When I enter the kitchen, Kojaku, Noise, and Clear are all sitting at the dinner table. Mink is sitting alone on the couch in the living room. The table is already covered with Granny's cooking, and my stomach is growling.
青葉、起きたのか。
マスター。
No.
ヨーレン、邪魔してるぜ。
ああ、
No.
調子はどうだ？
まあまあ、あんまり良くはない。
だろうな。
Kojaku nods and lets out a little sigh. Everyone seems exhausted for some reason. I don't think the reason is surprising, considering what you guys did. Or what you guys were doing, yesterday? A couple hours ago? Well, I guess it's not too surprising. We did do something pretty insane.
水木は
水木もドライジュースの他の連中も病院に行ってそのまま入院だ。まだ意識は戻らないらしい。
And then that is where they're stuck until the end of the game.
そっか。
Back there, when I faced off with Mizuki as he tried to force Granny into that car, something happened. I don't know if it was a dream or what, but when I came to, Mizuki was lying on the ground. What the hell happened to us? There's only one thing I remember clearly. A vision of my past. Technically it was Mizuki's past, with a little bit of yours right at the very ending. I don't know why I'd forgotten it until now, but I remember. I remember that I used to play Rhyme. Ah. That explains why I knew how to fight against Noise. But why did I forget? The memories weren't just vague or distant. It's like the fact that I played Rhyme at all was completely missing from my memory. You'll find out why! Is it really possible to forget something so cleanly?
起きたのか？
ばあちゃん。
Granny snorts at the look on my face, then sets a plate of food on the table.
手伝うよ。
これでしまいだよ。お前もさっさと座りな。
そっか。わかった。
Alright, time to explain. I obediently sit in an empty chair.
ばあちゃん、もう大丈夫なのか？
人の心配する前に自分の心配しな。ぶっ倒れたのはお前の方だよ。
Okay, but Granny, you're the one that got kidnapped. And you also collapsed too. Are the chairs? Oh no, the chairs are still the same. She's right. We saved her, but in the end, I guess I just made her worry. I pick up a plate, fiddling with my chopsticks to hide my shame, and take a bite. It's delicious. As my appetite reawakens, the gloom clears from my mind. The others can't stop eating either. It doesn't take long before all the plates on the table are empty. Mink is the only one who never comes to the table. After I take my medicine and my headache finally starts to subside, I turn to Granny. There's something I need to know.
ばあちゃん、聞いてもいい？
なんだい？
ばあちゃん連れてったのは本当に水木なのか？
She looks down at the teacup in her hands.
そうだよ。向こうから声をかけてきたんだ。お前のことで用があるから来てほしいって言ってね。最初から少し様子がおかしいとは思ってたんだけど。そしたらいきなり口塞がれて車に乗せられちまったんだよ。
Oh shit.
そうだったんだ。でも、なんでばあちゃんを？
She stays silent for a while, her face shadowed, before opening her mouth to speak.
青葉。それからお前たちも。
Alright, exposition time.
まず、礼を言っとかないといけないね。あんたたちのおかげで助かったよ。ありがとう。
ばあちゃん。
今からとても重大な話をする。本当は話すべきか迷ったんだけどね。今もまだ迷ってるよ。けどこの先のことを考えると話しておいた方が良さそうだ。だからみんな心してよーくお聞き。
Everyone gives Granny their attention.
まず水木がどうして私をさらったかだけど、あの子は操られていたんだ。
モルヒネにだろ。
そうだ。けどそのモルヒネってのはお前たちが思っているのと少し違う。これは私の推測だけど、奴らにはおそらく東映財閥の息がかかってる。
Yep.
東映の？
この島を買い取ってプラチナジェイルを作ったおっさんか。
Yep.
でも、モルヒネと東映って何の関係が？
Granny stares at us for a moment, like she isn't quite sure what to say, then looks down at her teacup again.
私はね、もともとは東映が所有する研究所の研究員だったんだよ。かれこれ20年以上も前の話だけど。
ばあちゃんが研究員？東映の？
Women in STEM! Whoopee!
ああ。その頃は本土にいてね。研究所と東映のつながりを知るのはずっと後になってからだったけど、東映はずっと昔から脳の研究をしていてね。私がやってたのは簡単に言えば脳の可塑性に関するものだった。
And you just know there are some billionaires today and other tech dudes that would love to get their hands on Tyson and her apartment. Because with various different things, there's definitely people that are trying to do these things. Although I will admit, I have no idea what neuroplasticity means. Okay, let me look up what Oh, yeah. Neuroplasticity is a medium of neural networks and through growth and neuroplasticity reorganize, enabling it to adapt in ways that differ from its prior state. This process can occur in learning new skills, environmental changes, recovering. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, yeah, I can see why Toei would be interested in her. And why certain billionaires are also interested in this kind of field.
脳機能が失われた場合の再配列の可能性、薬物の投与による影響や変化などを調べてたんだよ。
Oh yeah, what I read from at first was Wikipedia, by the way. Lost functionality.
それらは脳に損傷を受けた人たちの回復を助けるための新たな希望を模索する素晴らしい研究になるはずだった。私はそう信じていた。
And this is the exact pattern that is happening with various other forms of quote-unquote amazing science, amazing technology that always goes wrong in the wrong hands. Like, it's such an obvious pattern. And by that, I mean I'm referring to real life. Like, it's so transparently obvious that things will go wrong. You know?
だけどね、そうじゃなかったんだよ。東映の本当の目的は人の心を操るありとあらゆる方法を探ることだった。すべてそのための研究だった。
And here we go.
たびたび意図が曖昧なプログラムがあるとは思ってたんだけど、その疑問が積み重なってね。調べてみたら、ある論文が出てきた。そこには、人間の意識を完全にすり替えるための方法論がずらずらと書かれていた。それを見たとき、私は生きた心地がしなかった。人を助けるためだと信じてやってきたことが、実は人の仇になるものだったなんて。
And yep, there we go. Keyword. That is the word that a bunch of billionaires would be happy to get their hands on, even today, including Toei. And there's a reason why people in the fandom joke that Toei is Dramatical Murder Elon Musk. Yeah, they're... Yeah, just... Pretty on the nose, you know?
それで私は研究の一切を捨て、研究所を辞めたんだよ。その後は、東映と関わることなく、故郷のこの島で静かに人生を終えようと決めていた。だけど、少し前から連絡が来るようになった。東映からね。子宮研究所に戻れという要請だった。けど私は拒否し続けた。東映に関わるのはもう二度とごめんだったからね。
Huh, does that mean that Toei and potentially Haga-san might have been, or, I mean, Tai-san and potentially Haga-san are like whistleblowers if they ever make it big news?
そんな私に業を煮やしたんだろう。奴らは強硬手段に出た。それがあのモルヒネだ。
でもだからってどうして水木がドライジュースが巻き込まれたんだ。
最近この島でちょくちょく若いのが消える事件が起きているだろう。それから薬物の中毒患者みたいなのがうろうろするようになった。 彼は当への研究の犠牲者じゃないかと私は思ってる。どこかいじくられた人間をモルモットとして町に放ち、経過を見ているんじゃないかと。もしくは失敗した人間を解放しているんじゃないかとね。
失敗した人間？
心を操ることに失敗して壊したってことだ。精神が破壊されるからね。廃人になる。
じゃあ成功したやつはどうなるんだ？
そいつらは回収されてさらなる実験の対象となる。例えばさっき言った意識のすり替え、自由に操れる人間を作り出すためのね。水木に関しては私と顔見知りだったという点に目をつけられたんだろう。私が油断しやすいと踏んだんだろうね。
Poor Mizuki.
そんな研究をして東映は何をするつもりなんだ？このままだとこの島はどうなっちゃうんだよ。
おそらくこの島の人間の意識を全てすり替えるつもりだろうね。そうすれば東映が自由自在に操れる王国を作ることができる。心を操る技術をいち早く確立すれば他国にも売ることができるからね。
Spvwvky.
この旧住民区はそういった目的で様々な塔への手が入り込んでるのさ。ここ数年はおとなしくしていたようだけど、いよいよ本格的に動き出そうとしているのかもしれないね。
Does that mean everyone will end up like those zombies we fought? Mr. Haga, the terrible trio, Miss Yoshie, and everyone else.
止めねえと。嫌だ。そんなの絶対嫌だ。
Granny looks at me with a pained expression.
まだ話さなきゃならないことがある。青葉、お前のことだ。
Alright, more lordom.
俺？
お前、私を助けに来た時に途中で気を失っただろ
う。ああ、うん。なんかすごいリアルな夢を見たんだよな。その夢の中で水木とも話したりして。
それは夢じゃない。お前が見たのは水木の頭の中だ。
え？頭の中
Dun dun dun. Granny peers deep into my eyes, as if searching for something.
今からとんでもないことを言うよ。そう簡単には信じられないかもしれないが、お前は人の頭の中に自分の意識を介入させることができるんだ。
What? Enter other people's minds?
私たちはその能力をスクラップと呼んでいる。
Alright, here we go. For the past 4 parts, I've kept mentioning something called scrap a couple times. This is what it is. Finally, we are here.
スクラップ？
お前の場合スクラップを引き起こすのは声だ。自分が少し感情的に語りかけると人がなぜか言うことを聞いてくれる。お前そういう経験が多いんじゃないか。
確かにそういうことはあるけど、
お前の声には人を引き込む力がある。少し意識して使えばその声が相手の頭に働きかけて思い通りに動かすことができる。そしてお前が相手をより深く知りたいと、もしくは深く受け入れろと願えば、お前は相手の頭の中に自分の意識を滑り込ませることもできる。
Okay, so that is why he uses the quote, "Let me go inside you."
ただし、頭の中に入り込むということは、人間の肉体という鎧を介さず、無防備な相手の意識と向き合うことになる。その時のお前の行動、発言次第では、相手の意識を壊すことも可能になるということだ。理論上はね。
Well, technically, he's already done it at least once before in his rebellious phase. It's too much. I can control people with my voice. I can enter someone's mind, destroy it. I don't even know where to start. It's like she's speaking a foreign language.
なるほどな。
Aha. Again, Mink, you could have done it the normal way and just asked him and explained. Did you really have to go through that convoluted route to get it? Mink, who has at some point entered the room, is leaning against the wall, arms crossed.
スクラップは声そのものに強制力が働くからね。
More specifically, desires scrap.
じゃあ、あの変な夢みたいな世界は水木の頭の中だったってことか。
お前以外その世界を見ることはできないから何とも言えないけどね。多分そうだろ
う。俺その時に水木と話したんだ。水木はいつもの様子に戻ってて、いろいろ水木が今までどれだけ苦しんでたか、ドライジュースやリブのことで悩んでたかを話してくれて。
あいつそこまで思い詰めてたのか。
Okay, I do appreciate that Kojaku steps up because he also knows Mizuki.
お前が話したのは水木の意識そのものだろう。
Alright.
嘘偽りの一切ない無防備な本音だけになった水木だよ。
俺なぜかその時急に昔のことを思い出して、ライムやってたってことなんでかわからないけどすっかり忘れてて。
Kojaku and Noise look at me strangely. I don't blame them. I spent the past few days insisting I've never touched a game. I spent the last few days insisting I'd never touched the game.
でもその本音の水木と話してる時ってライムともまたなんか違う空間にいたみたいな感じで、よくわかんねえ。何が何だか。水木あの時何か言おうとしてたんだ。モルヒネは俺たちが思ってるようなもんじゃないって。でもその先を言おうとしたら苦しみ出して。
Granny falls silent, her brow deeply furrowed. The topic being what it is, her silence feels especially weighty. Everyone is eagerly awaiting her next words.
これは結果論だから 決してお前を責めるわけじゃない。ただ、その時にもしお前が的確な言葉を投げかけていたら、水木の意識は元に戻ったかもしれないね。
え？それって。
ひどい言い方をするようだけど、お前のやったことは中途半端に水木の本心を引きずり出して放置したんだよ。そのままの意識は、例えるなら皮を剥がれてむき出しになった肉みたいなもんだからね。とても脆い。だから水木は今も意識が戻らない。そう。
ああ、そう聞いてる。
だから水木は今も意識が戻らない。そうなんだろう。水木には東へから罠と呼ぶべき刷り込みが行われているはずだ。例えば確信に迫る話をしようとすると頭が割れるように痛むとかね。
Oh, Toy. That's some fine words. I think some of us, many people will probably have beef. Jesus, you asshole.
引っ張り出されて放置されたところで東への罠が働いた。そのせいで水木の意識は壊れてしまったんだろう。またこっちに戻って来られるかは本人の気力次第だ。
そんな。
Mizuki's mind was destroyed, and it's my fault. The world goes black. Oh. Alright, so now this sets up what we're supposed to do and how to, like, quote unquote, get the good ends to the good routes. And basically, the goal is we enter into, or Alba enters into the love interest's eyes, explore the depths of the brain, and then say the right words, and each guy has a different, like, puzzle for the right words. And then hopefully we said the right thing, and then solved. So that's what the quote-unquote boss fights, dramatical murder works like, so to speak. So yeah, okay. The world goes black. My fault? No. Mizuki. And that's why, obviously, Alba goofed with Mizuki. So yeah, we saw it. Poor guy. If Recode, I believe, one of the good things about Recode is that there is a Morphine Mizuki route. I have never played it, but I have read a translation of the transcript for the Morphine route, and there's a couple of cool things about it. Sei is alive. He doesn't die in that one. He's in the hospital, but he survives. Ray also, or not Ray, Ren is also still around, so they're not combined, and Mizuki is alive. Not very well, though. He's not alive in a good way, unfortunately. But he is alive, you know? So Mizuki's not having a good time in Recode, I think, in his own route. But, you know, it's an interesting thing that happens, and I think it's really long, too, to make up for the lack of Mizuki. So, yeah. But it's been a while since I read the fan-translated transcript of Recode. But it would be nice if they ever brought it into fully translated on the Switch, because that would be crazy.
青葉、お前の力は使い方によっては人を壊してしまう。だからこそ自覚しなければならないんだ。いつかは話さなければと 思っていたんだけど。
I mean, technically, he already knew before he lost his memory. It's more like you had to retell him after the memory wipe. Because, like, Desire was using it left and right, that power. He knew he had scrap. Desire knew he had scrap, I mean. Or at least, I don't know when that Desire knew he had scrap, but he was using scrap very effectively. In not so great ways.
これまでは私がいた。私というカゴがあることでお前を守ることができた。けど、それじゃあダメだ。私に守られたままじゃ、その力はいつか暴走して不幸を呼び寄せる。そうでなくても、いずれ東映はお前を見つけ出すだろう。東映が研究し続けているものが、お前には最初から備わっているんだからね。奴にしてみれば、お前の力は喉から手が出るほど欲しいはずだ。今回の強行手段もそうだけど、東映は今後何をしてくるかわからない。だから青葉、お前はこれから自分と向き合わなきゃならないんだ。
How am I supposed to come to terms with all this? She just dropped it on me out of nowhere. Still. And don't worry, Alva, there's more that's missing that she's not telling you. There's quite a lot that she has not told you. The one thing I do understand is that we can't let Toei get away with this. Wait. The one thing I do understand is that we can't let Toei get away with it. He'll turn the whole island into his private empire if left to his own devices. Exactly!
もうすぐプラチナジェイルで特別なイベントが開かれる。内容は当日まで明かされないようだけど、イベントの中継は旧住民区でも流される。
どうして旧住民区でも中継するのですか？普段はプラチナジェイルからの情報は遮断されているのでは？
全体公開にしとけば旧住民区まで大っぴらに実験が試せるからだろう。
Exactly, that is the case.
その通り。表向きにはそんな研究をしているなんて発表はしていない。
You know, I realize this is kind of like what Scream Slayer from The Incredibles was doing with their hypnosis LED screens. I am terrified at the idea of what some tech billionaires would be trying to get ideas to do about, you know, brainwashing people with tech LED screens or other various screens. Or like the styles of brainwashing that aren't just regular old propaganda.
けど、イベントという名目があれば、大々的に研究の成果を試すことができる。
That ain't good.
成果を試すってどうやって？
歌、演説、光、映像。人を操る仕掛けなんてものは、やろうと思えばどんなものにでも仕込める。
Yep, exactly. This is not good news. This is very bad news. Which means we have to do something before the event starts.
とっとと乗り込んだ方がいいんじゃねえか？プラチナジェイルへ。それこそ明日にでもな。
でもどうやって？
ゲートまでなら行く方法はあるよ。
そうなのか？
ああ。ただ、私は動けないからね。代わりに案内を頼んでおこうか、羽賀さんに。
羽賀さんに？
ここに長く住んでいる人間なら大体知ってるさ。大して難しいことじゃない。 詳しくは明日聞くといい。
After this, Granny lets out a tired sigh.
さて、だいぶ長々と話しちまったね。お前たちにとっちゃ急に何言ってんだって話だろうけど。少しでも研究に関わってしまったものとして、お前たちに真実を伝えたかった。巻き込んでしまって、本当にすまないね。
Oh, poor Granny. Granny bows her head.
ばあちゃん。
タエさん、そんな。
おばあ様。
After a few moments, she lifts her head and looks us over.
さあ、今日はもう疲れただろう。たっぷりというわけにはいかないだろうけど、体を休めた方がいい。
Oh, yep, indeed. Once Granny finishes speaking, the room is silent. No one dares to open his mouth. They all file out of the room, somber expressions on their faces. Clear heads upstairs. Alright, okay, I think this confirms that we're on Clear's route, but I think there might, once they're at the chase scene, there might be another point where it's still possible to get into someone else's route. We'll see when we get there. Once everyone is gone, Granny gets up and moves into the living room. She sits down on the sofa and lets out a heavy sigh. I walk over to her.
ばあちゃん。
なんだい？
もうちょっとだけ話してもいい？
She doesn't answer me, but I sit down next to her anyways. There are so many things I want to ask, but I'm not sure where to start. My mind is racing, and it's hard to string thoughts together. I look down at my hands, folded in my lap, and let the words come as they will.
さ、俺、今までずっとばあちゃんに心配ばかりかけて、何にも分かってなくて、さっきの話聞いてたら、それが申し訳なくて。
バカ言うんじゃない。青葉、お前が無事にここまで大きくなったことを感謝しない日はなかったよ。お前のことは私の責任でもある。私はお前のばあちゃんだからね。
No.
ばあちゃん。
Granny looks at me in silence for a moment.
お前、ライムに参加していた過去を思い出したって言ってたね。
うん。
お前は昔ね、ライムで事故を起こして入院したことがあるんだ。
Ah, here we go. So here's the explanation that I have mentioned a couple dozen times already.
え、ライムで事故？
ああ、今だから話すけどね。私が駆けつけた時、お前は何も覚えてなかった。医者と警察からは喧嘩に巻き込まれたと説明を受けた。打ちどころが悪くて一時的な記憶障害が起きているだけだと。けど、私が見舞いに行った日のことだ。
We get the hospital sprite? Oh, I think it is.
Alba?
Oh, yep. Here's a hospital scene. Okay. It is unclear exactly how old Alba is when he had the hospitalization, but a lot of people think he was under 18, I think. Like, somewhere between 16 and 18. Because he's currently 23, I believe, and it's been a couple years since he did something or another. Or, yeah, he's He's currently 23. It's been a couple years since he quote-unquote got better. So this must have been some. Probably before 20, I think.
青葉。あの時、お前のそばには看護師が倒れていて、お前はそれから丸2日眠り続けた。気絶していた看護師は何も覚えてなくてね。
Basically, Desire scrapped the nurse as well.
検査のためにお前の部屋へ行ってから目覚めるまでの記憶がすっぽり抜け落ちていたらしい。お前が頭痛を訴えてくるようになったのはその後だ。
それは覚えてる。そこからの記憶はなんとなくあやふやだけど。
あの看護師はお前に軽いスクラップを受けていた。お前が看護師の意識に入り込み、記憶の一部を破壊したんだよ。頭痛、スクラップ、人格変化。これらが危険な引き金になっていると感じた私は、お前に薬を処方することにした。お前の意識の安定と強化を図り、その力が暴走しないようにね。結果、頭痛は収まっただろう。
And don't worry, we'll find out the real explanation behind the headaches later on. I'm pretty sure it's in this game. If not, then we find out in Reconnect. But I don't think we find out in Clear's route, at least.
薬の効きが悪くなってきているのは、お前の力を無理やり抑え込んできた反動なのかもしれないね。スクラップの根本は破壊だ。壊し、殺す力。だけど力というものは使い方次第ではいかようにも変化する。だからこそ、私はお前に自分自身としっかり向き合ってほしいんだ。
Oh, wait, I think this is... Okay, when she's saying that, I think what she means is with you and your alters. Because... Yeah, okay, yeah. And she probably... Maybe she does know about it, maybe she doesn't know about it, but yeah, she needs to... She could be a little more clear with what she means by that, but, you know.
そして、何があっても立ち止まるな。自分が決めた道を信じて前へ突き進むんだよ。
Oh, you know what? Maybe she doesn't know because she just attributes it to a personality change rather than it being different alters. Her hands clasp mine firmly. They're soft and warm. The warmth of her kindness, the warmth that has carried me for my whole life.
ばあちゃん。
ん？
俺、絶対戻ってくるから。
ああ。
Oops. She nods and gives me a little smile. After that, she gets up from the sofa and pulls something from one of the shelves.
これ持っていきな。新しく処方した頭痛薬だよ。
ありがとう。
しっかりね。
あ。
Don't worry, he'll do stupid stuff. Okay, sorry. What I meant to say is, don't worry. He's still gonna do stupid stuff. I grip the bottle tightly. Okay. Should we stop here or should we keep on going to try to get to... Okay, it's been almost 3 hours. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to scoot forward more until right before they start planning the break-in, I guess. Okay, once I get back to my room, I flop down on my bed and stare up at the ceiling. I'm not in any mood to sleep. The things Granny told me keep racing through my mind. Granny's pass, Toei's goal. Oh, okay, sorry for all the water noises. Okay, my experience with rhyme, my power, scrap, and what I did to Mizuki. No matter how I toss and turn, I can't shake the thoughts weighing on me. I still can't believe it. Maybe if I'd said the right words back there, I could have saved Mizuki. But I failed. Perhaps failure was inevitable. I didn't know what I was doing. Still, I can't forgive myself. Tai-san is a flawed character. Preparing Alba in advance and notifying him about this beforehand probably would have helped the situation. But, you know, it is how it is. Mizuki gets better. Okay, still, I can't forgive myself. My ignorance put Mizuki in a coma. How is that even possible? And a couple other people. It wasn't just Mizuki. I believe other Dry Juice members too. Staring at the ceiling doesn't work, and neither does burying my face in my pillow. I'm just getting more depressed. Feels like I'm falling into an abyss. I need to talk to someone. I look at the curtains covering my window. Maybe I should get some fresh air. I get out of bed and head over to the window. Just as I'm about to open the curtains, I pause. I hear something. Wait, is it clear out there? Singing? Oh! Wait, oh, this is the rooftop scene! Ah! I peer through the curtains out onto the balcony. But there's no one there. Did I imagine it?
Master!
Okay, why is it not clicking? I hear a voice from above, and then something jumps down onto the balcony.
Kuria!
Well, okay, I guess not rooftop, balcony, technically.
Hi,
oh gosh! Oh gosh, you're super close. Okay, did not need to be that close. Okay, so I think this confirms that we're on Claire's route now.
はい、屋根に登って歌を歌ってました。
歌？ってことは、さっきの歌、お前か？
はい、クラゲの歌です。
Okay, so one thing I do appreciate about the anime is that we got to hear the Jellyfish song, because in the game, we don't. We hear the instrumental for it, but it's just an instrumental, there's no vocal singing. But Clear's voice actor does end up singing it in the anime, like with lyrics. In the game, it's just the instrumental.
Kurage no uta?
Wait, I just noticed. Are they saying Kraken?
はい、クラゲの歌です。
クラゲの歌?
Okay, I might look it up because I think they're saying Kraken.
クラゲの歌?
Hold on.
クラゲの歌?
はい、クラゲの歌です。
Does that mean I'm in the game as a jellyfish? And wait, hang on. To backtrack what I'm saying, if they're saying Kraken, that means octopus monster thing, a tentacle monster, and that means me. I'm in Dramatical Murder. Whoopee! Yay! Woo! Okay, that was badly timed. Okay, probably not true. I will double check if it is actually Kraken at some point, but it will be very funny. Hey! But as a side note, that would be very funny if it was.
はい。一緒に住んでいたおじいさんがよくクラゲの話をしてくれたので歌を作りました。クラゲは体のほとんどが水でできてるんです。それでも立派な生き物だなんて面白いですよね。クラゲって眠ったり夢を見たりすることはあるんでしょうか？
No.
そうだな。
I'm getting more and more confused. It doesn't feel like he's screwing with me, though. We get a CG? Claire steps next to me and takes something out of his pocket. That umbrella again. Okay, so I'm gonna flash up something really cute. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Do I have it? I think I have it saved. Oh yes, okay, here we go. Okay, yes, okay, here we go. I believe this is from the official art book, and this is actually my wallpaper. It is one of my favorite all-time artworks. Obviously, there's in the scene, Alba's not sitting on an octopus plushie, and like obviously, Clear's jellyfish is not actually there. But this is such a cute and adorable artwork, and it's one of my favorites from the game. Well, it's not the game. One of the frames is from, I think it's an art book. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, let me double check. I'm gonna finish this scene, and then I will double check if I might be talking out of my ass, because I could be completely remembering from something else entirely. Hang on, let me finish the scene first. That umbrella again.
なんで刺してんだ？それ。
何かまずいでしょうか？
いや、いいけど、でもなんで？
なんだか星が降ってきそうだなと思いまして。
Oh, he's just so full of whimsy.
ああ。
I look up. As expected, there isn't a star in the sky. Just the outlines of illegal construction sites obscuring the view. Well, maybe it was my fault for expecting a coherent answer.
ところでマスタ
ー。ちょっと待った。お前さ、その呼び方やめろよ。
どうしてですか？
なんかムズムズするっつうか、青葉でいいよ。
いえ、マスターはマスターなのでマスターと呼びたいと思っています。
You know what? I think this is another detail that Blade borrowed from Clear because you know how Blade insisted on calling Aiden Huey from the beginning? I think that's another character trait that Blade references when it comes to Clear.
そうか。
マスターはマスターですが、僕のクリアという名前はおじいさんにつけてもらいました。
おじいさんってクラゲの話の？
はい、もう亡くなってしまいましたが。
そうか。
おじいさんと僕は昔、北地区のガラクタエリアの近くに住んでました。
ガラクタ？ゴミ処理施設か。だからお前あの辺に詳しかったんだな。
はい。ところでマスター、さっき言いかけたことなんですが。先日、北地区へ水木さんを助けに行った時のことです。
I think it was just yesterday. Not the other day.
あの時、かっこいい方のマスターになってましたね。僕、ビビビッときました。
かっこいい方？
Oh, Desire. He's talking about Desire.
僕がマスターをお店の前まで運んだ時と同じかっこいいマスターでした。今は。
Clear looks me over.
今もかっこいいです。
So does that mean he likes Desire? Oh, you know what? Because the other thing is he might be programmed to obey Desire because of Scrab, because Clear and the alphas were made based off of Desire / Scrap.
お前な。
Oh, I realized we can see his ear. That was such an obvious cover. Confused as I am, one of the things Clear said stands out. The cool version of me. What does he mean by that?
僕はこれからもマスターについていきます。マスターを守ります。だからマスター、これからもよろしくお願いします。
Clear closes his umbrella and sketches a perfect bow, his body bent to almost a right angle.
やっぱりマスター呼びかよ。
I find myself smiling awkwardly. What a strange guy. I still don't know what he's after, but he doesn't seem bad.
マスターはそろそろ寝てください。明日に響いてしまいます。
そうだな。お前は？
僕はもし許してもらえるなら、もう少し屋根で歌っていたいと思います。
Oh, he's just so precious. Just be careful about the singing because...
屋根ぶち抜かなきゃいいよ。
ありがとうございます。
Clear bows to me again.
じゃあな。落ちないように気をつけろよ。
Okay, so end of the scene. The CG for the scene was that one where they were both on the balcony. This one obviously is not like referencing specifically to the scene that just happened at first, but yeah, it's one of my favorite arts. I love it so much. It's my background. So, yeah, or one of my backgrounds. But yeah, it's so pretty. I love it so much. And like, I know the octopus and the jellyfish are obviously not there in real time, but it's so cute. Yeah. And this, I don't know what the actual context of this, but like the fact that Clear's gas mask is on indicates this is like within the events of the game before he's comfortable taking off his mask and or before the plot happens in his game. So this is a possible situation where the scene might have been. It's still very cute. It's kind of metaphorical, all that stuff, you know. I love it. I love it so much. Just wanted to share something that I really liked.
はい。
I go back inside and close the curtains. A minute later, I hear faint singing from outside the window. It's tender and soft, almost like a lullaby. Oh, hang on, let me turn this up. I think we can hear the Jellyfish song. Okay, yep, that's a Jellyfish song. Yeah, so that's the instrumentals that we hear in the game, obviously without the actual singing, but in the anime, they get lyrics. Oh, it is very lullaby-esque. It's strangely relaxing. Let me turn it up a little higher. As my anxiety melts away, I slowly close my eyes. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think this might be a good place to pause, or should I keep going until we start? Okay, actually, you know what? Yeah, this might be a nice place to pause for now, where it's nice and gentle, and then next week is when chaos starts happening again. So, yeah, and I think this means that we're officially on Clear's round. Yay! So, I think I'll just throw this up for the finalizing of this. Oops. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly save this here. Okay. I'll just read the line. Okay. As my anxiety melts away, I slowly close my eyes. By the time I finally start to drift off, the sun is already peeking through my curtains. My coil rings, dragging me out of my slumber. Alright, okay, so next time, alright, so next time we'll be getting into planning the Platinum Jail break-in, / invitation. They just get an invitation. And, yeah, so, thanks for coming along with this. I plan on starting Sunday streams earlier so that we can get a little more time. But yeah, so yay, we're on Clear's route now, I think. I'm pretty sure, officially. So, yeah. If anyone is still listening to here, whether you are lurking or just listening in the background while you're doing other stuff, thanks for coming along, joining on here. And yeah, I will see you next Friday, the upcoming Friday for my next stream, and then I'll be I will be continuing with Sundays and Fridays, and hopefully at some point I will be able to get in the updates to my model that I teased in my new Carnival stream last week, and hopefully more fun things come. And I guess I also just wanted to toss it out here. I now have a Ko-fi, so which you can see right below me in the description. So if you feel like you want to check that or share that, that would help a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching, and bye!